Boom, there we go. All right, let's light some incense. Or actually, okay, so did any of you guys have these candles?
Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, I see. Love that. That's what made me think about it. You're talking about meditation. Like either like that or like you kind of like. Like when they like choose and then each ones are like super. Yeah.
My husband would be great on this meditation.
All right, get our stuff all together now. One block. Even if nobody shows up, this has been like so much easier from like having to record like YouTube videos and
I tell them already.
Is it okay? Good. I
gotta be something they put on the fucking roof or whatever they put in the back. Because I did see that they were busy in the back today. Did you hear any rockets, Red? No. What are you guys feeling tonight? Any requests? Anything you want me to stay away from? No?
Sure. But you ain't gonna, you gonna film anyway, so it's all good.
No. I would stay away from them if you asked. Just depends.
Good.
I'll put your favorite in there.
Hey, we haven't done bridges, I mean real bridges.
Like a back bend?
Yeah, we
That's
haven't
what you
done.
want to do some back bendy stuff?
Well, what we do, like, we've been doing them with the blocks.
Uh-huh.
We haven't been doing them with the 25,000 blocks down.
Okay. Play around with that a little bit. How about we do bow in all of the different ways? So bow is where you technically because you have the one on the floor where you're grabbing your feet, then your camel is on the knees, and then oh, look, my watch for me to breathe. This is a perfect place for that. Budget right. Awesome sauce. So glad I got my requests, got my ideas of what we're gonna do. By the way, the crinkling noise, I don't know. I tried to poke around with it. Daisy, you guys are post some pictures. Yeah. What was I gonna tell you guys? Oh, we have a Mommy and Me Zumba class coming up on the 17th. Just $50 for you and your wee baron to come in and do a little dance.
Why we Baron's got 4 legs?
It's from 11 to 12 on the 17th. And so if you have anybody, any of your friends or whatever that might be interested in that. And then, and then the 15th which is a Thursday class. I know you don't normally come on Thursdays, but it's going to be a donation class. So like buy donations. So it'll be a little bit cheaper for people. So if you have any friends that are like, oh, I don't have the money right now to come, be like, hey, yeah, I used to be by donation only until last year when I took over. So I know that a lot of people came out back then, but I just kind of wanted. So we're gonna kind of do like a roulette each month, So like this month will be yoga, next month will be Zumba, month after that, probably another yoga.
Did you have that posted about the donation for?
Yep.
Okay, because I need to tag some people in it.
Yep, I'll share it with you, or I'll tag you in it. That way you can tag people.
Yeah, I have one person in particular in mind.
Awesome. It's Elio.
And she might do the mother and me too, or mommy and me, whatever.
Mommy and me.
Mommy.
You think I should do mommy and me yoga? Audrey would probably be the one to teach that, just because she has children and she teaches kids and
she does yoga.
And she does yoga in school, so like she's got all that part down. Teaching kids is, but I'm not really around kids that much, so I feel like she would be a little bit better. But I should tell her she is going to start Zooming her 9 a.m. Saturday classes. If that's anything you guys are interested in.
That's definitely something I would be on.
Yeah, because as members, you guys get all the Zoom recordings. So if you guys are interested in any of that, I know you don't like to do stuff at home, but yeah, whichever. So we're gonna grab our block. We're gonna go ahead and lay down. Feet can be in whatever position you want. Hands out to the side. Open your eyes or close your eyes, your choice. Once you get down into a comfortable position, begin to deepen your breath. Nice, slow, smooth inhales and exhales. Start to move through your body, noticing how your toes and your feet feel, your ankles. Keeping that awareness all the way up into the legs, the hips, into the trunk, and then all the way down to your fingers and whatnot. Just taking a nice breath in and out. Go ahead and extend your legs out if they're not already. Reach your arms up overhead. Reach out, get as tall and as long as you can, pointing your toes, reaching through your fingers, shoulders coming up into the ears, stretching all the way out, and then just allow the body to relax wherever it may fall. We'll bring our feet onto the floor, take them to the edges of your mat, and just windshield wiper the legs from side to side, knees going to the left and then to the right, moving the hips, moving the feet, going as fast or as slow as you'd like. And then we'll hold out on the left side, just let the legs relax. Body slightly leaning to the left. And then we'll take the legs over to the right. Just hang here for a moment. And then we'll come back to center. Go ahead and bring your left knee into your chest. Flex your left foot. Bring your arms out into a T, palms facing up towards the ceiling. And I just want you to point and flex your toe. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up here. And then roll the ankle around. Wiggle all of your toes. Get your pinky toe away from you as much as you can before it becomes stuck to that other toe. And I want you to flex the foot and begin to bend and straighten the knee, taking the heel up towards the ceiling. Leg doesn't have to go completely straight, but just in that general upward direction. And then we'll bend the left knee in. Start to turn the knee in. The foot will kind of go out a little bit. So this is called internal rotation. And then we'll take the foot in, knee out, external rotation. And just kind of go back and forth here. Nice. And then bring it back to center. Now we're going to take the leg out. So we'll open up this knee and this left hip. And then we'll bring it back in as if we're going to cross it over our right leg. And then just kind of go in and out. So some hip flossing. And then we'll bring it back to center. I want you to cross that left foot over your right knee. And then use your left hand up onto your upper thigh, close to your groin area, and just kind of push the leg away from the hip. So it's not the knee, it's more down towards the base. We'll release the hand, lift the feet up into the air. Use your right knee to push that leg closer to you. Option to take that bind, using that left hand and that right hand on the back of the right leg and just kind of pulling it closer to you. Now there's another option with this, is you can bring that right foot in towards your bum and grab on the front of the shin if you can. Or you can extend the leg up towards the ceiling, straightening it and holding here. Some people even will reach up and grab their toe and bring their leg closer to them that way. And then we'll very gently release the foot if we've got the foot. Bring the right foot back onto the ground, uncross the leg, step the left foot down, and then we'll bring the right knee into the chest. Same thing on this side. We're going to go ahead and point and flex the right foot, roll the ankle around, wiggle the toes.
And then flexing the foot, begin to bend and straighten the right leg. And then we'll go ahead and take the knee into a 90-degree angle, get a little internal, external rotation here. Bring it in and out. And then begin to floss. Take it out to the side, and then bring it back in like you're gonna cross it over the left leg. There we go. And then we will cross the right foot over the left thigh. Take your hands at the top of your right thigh, close to your groin, and kind of push it away a little bit. And then we'll lift the left leg up. Use the knee to push the feet closer to you. Or trying to open up that right hip, getting into the glutes and all that good stuff. Nice use of the strap, Robin. Very nice. Snaps for the strap. Yes. Give it one last little push with that knee there, and then we'll bring that left foot down, uncross the leg, take it down onto the ground. Go ahead and grab your block. Now, I normally will have you place it on the lowest setting. Today, I want us to go on the medium setting, right? And have it, down more towards the meatier part of your thigh. Feet on the floor, not too scrunched up to the butt. So you want them more in line with the knees. And then bring your hands onto your belly. Give it a little rub, all right, for good luck. Because who needs Buddha when you cut your belly? So I want you to bring your hands onto your rib cages at the bottom and think about these areas coming in towards each other. And then bring your right hand towards your pubis area and grab like you're going to grab a zipper and then zip it up and pull all of this core area in towards each other. And then push down into your feet. We'll lift the hips off the mat. All right, now notice how it feels with the block at a different angle than normal. And then I want you to I want you to tap your glutes. Give them a little tap, tap, little tap, 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 a little slap, tap, slap. Make sure they're working. Push down into your feet a little bit more. Squeeze the block. And then bring your hands onto your hip bones and just kind of hold here for a moment. So your scapula and the back of your skull is on the mat, but your sacrum is lifted. The tailbone's going down towards your heels. You're squeezing the block. And then we're just going to do little pulses. So take the hips down and then lift up. Down and then lift up. It doesn't have to be a huge movement. Trying to get into the core and the posterior chain. Bring your hands up towards the ceiling and pull back on your fingertips. You know how I like to distract you when we do bigger core movements and hip movements? We're going to take this 3 more times. And kind of roll the wrist around a little bit, wiggle the fingers. And then I want you to remain lifted, hold here. We're going to move the block, set it down next to you. And then notice how it feels to have the block out of the party, right? So pushing down into your feet. If you need to adjust your feet, feel free. You should feel this in your hamstrings. Can I get snaps for hamstrings? All right, cool. Now, I want you to heel toe your right foot in towards the midline a little bit. And then we're going to lift the left knee up, bring it into the chest. Push into your right foot more. So you're really going to feel this in your right glutes, right? Extend your left leg up towards the ceiling, flex your left foot, and slowly lower the hips down to the ground. Ah, beautiful. Extend your right leg out so your legs are in an L shape now. Flex your feet, push down into your right heel. Pull that core set in nice and tight. Zip those high waist jeans. We're looking hot in our crop top. You know what I'm saying? Little pulses with the left leg. Lifting up towards you. Now we're going to bend that left knee. Take your right hand onto the left knee. Take your left arm out to the side. Palm face up. Inhale. Exhale. Take the leg over to the right for a twist. A little reprieve. Go ahead and come back to center. Give the left knee one last little hug and then set the foot down onto the floor. Bring the right foot in. Meet the left. Once again, pulling everything in nice and tight. We're going to lift the hips up off the mat. Now, right now, we're just doing a hip lift. We're going to get into back bends earlier, but we need to wake up our glutes, and we need to engage our core so it'll protect our low backs when we do back bends. Now, from here, take your left foot in towards the midline, bring your right knee up into your chest. Push into the left foot, bend your right knee into your chest, flex your foot. Hold here for a moment. If you want with your hands, you can grab the edges of your mat like you're going to pull it apart. Extend your right leg up into the sky. Reach up with your right foot a little bit more. Push into your left foot even more. And then slowly lower the hips. Extend the left leg. Legs are back in that L shape. Both feet are flexed. And then light pulses with that right leg. Go ahead and bend the right knee. Bring your left hand onto your right hip. Extend your right arm. Exhale, come into a twist. Two nice big breaths here. Go ahead and come back to center. Give the right knee one last little hug. Then we'll bring the left knee in to meet it. And then we're going to rock up. Beautiful. Grab el strappo. I got you. So, if you don't have a strap, you can always use a rope or a belt. Put the nice and long. Set it down right in front. Set up in a nice comfortable position here. Bring your hands onto your knees. We're going to inhale, send the heart forward, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, sit back a little bit. When you sit back, do a little swivel. Then inhale, heart goes forward. Gaze goes up, exhale. And go 2 more times. One more. Come back to center. Right hand's going to go out to the right, left arm to reach up. And then go over to the right. And then we're going to begin to make a circle with this left arm. You can stay up on the hand. You can drop down to the forearm. Just make sure your left foot stays on the ground. Now, if you're going one direction, flip it, go the other way. And then notice what direction your hand is. And play around with that position. You reach a little bit more to the right. And then come up. Left hand will go out to the side, right arm will reach up, big breath in. And exhale, take it over to the left. Really reach your hand. Try to feel that opening side body. When you're ready, you're going to make big little circles. Keeping your arm away from you. Playing around with your hand position, palm up, palm down, and then maybe flip around. Beautiful. Now, we're going to work with just some shoulder blade work here. So I want you to kind of bend your elbows out. Hands are going to just kind of be out to the side. I want you to pull the shoulder blades together. To keep the ribs pulled in. So we're working with just the shoulder blades. And then we're going to bring them, spread them apart, bring the hands forward. All right. We're going to bring them back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Squeeze. Forward. Get back. Squeeze. Come back. And then come down. Bring the hands onto the straps. I want you to hold the strap a little bit wider than your shoulders to start. Right? I really want you to squeeze this bad boy. So there's going to be 2 options here. You can go up and back, or you can just go up and down. I'm going to turn my side so you guys can see. Sitting up nice and tall. Core is going to be active here. So we kind of get a little tuck. And then we're going to lift the hands up with the strap. And then maybe take it down and back. Maybe just take it in front of you. Hold. Keep the ribs pulled in. And then just bring it down. Okay. And then each time you come down, if it feels okay, you can walk the hands in a little bit. All right. Go ahead and come up. And if you want to go ahead and let the hands go all the way back. I was just turning to the side, so.
Yeah, all the way back. I have to go far apart.
So if you want to bring them back and you can't really bring it with where you're at in the strap, you can go up. Make sure it's behind your head. You'll bend the elbows and bring it down like on your shoulders like a squat bar. And then you'll lift it back up, bring it forward, bring it up, and then bend the elbows, bring it down. And back. You can do it straight arm, that's fine too. And if you're like, I'm not going to be able to bring my hands in, well, that's cool also. Jacked up my shoulder a couple months back, so I'm being real easy with my right shoulder. I think I screwed up something with that muscle that goes right there, because, hold on. I'm going to go about 3 or 4 more. Come on down. And then set the strap off to the side. We're going to flip-flop our feet. And then inhale, reach both arms up. We're going to twist to the left. Bring both hands down. Over the shoulders, that feels okay for your neck, or just keep the gaze in line with your chest. Left arm's in close to the body, right hand on the left knee, using that to kind of twist you a little bit more. Maybe you feel it in the low back, maybe you feel it in the upper back, and the traps. Bring our left arm up alongside our ear, reach up. Then exhale, reach over towards your right knee. Twist the chest a little bit more to the left. Go ahead, come on up. Left hand will come down. Roll back to center. Bring your fingertips out to the sides. And then we'll drop the chin down and kind of go a little semicircle here. Go ahead and come back up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to your right. Bring both hands down. Right hand right behind you. Left hand on the knee. Using the knee to twist you a little bit more. Maybe look over the shoulder. Maybe not. Big breaths. Right arm's going to come up alongside the ear. We'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it over to the left. Opposite side round. There you go. That's all right. Reach a little bit more with your right hand. Then come on up. Rotate back to center. And we're going to flip on over onto our hands and knees. Now we're going to build a little bit of heat here. So go ahead and take your blocks to the top of your mat just in case you need them. You know, the blocks are there to help you get a little closer to the ground. And if you need something for your knees, make sure that's within reach as well. So we're going to come onto hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, really rooting down into our hands, pulling the low belly in, and then bringing the chin in a little bit. So most of the time our head is jutted forward. So you want to bring it in and think about lifting up, looking in between your thumbs, grip the mat with your fingertips, spin your elbow creases to the top of the mat, tuck your toes. We're going to hover the knees off the mat a little bit. We're going to start with a little bit of weight bearing in the wrist. You're on your toes, knees are off, pushing into the hands, pulling the core in. Now I want you to tap your right toes to the back of the mat, bring them back in. Left toes, bring them back in. Right toes, bring them back. Left toes, bring them back. Nice, and then lift the hips up and back, downward dog. It'll be a shorter dog. Stay up high on your toes, lift the hips up, push into your hands. Let the shoulders come up into the ears. Bend your knees. Lift your right leg up into the sky. Take it down. Lift the left leg. Do a little walking with the legs in the air. You're going to lift one leg. When it comes down to earth, lift the other. We're just going to alternate. Now notice where you feel this the most. So if you're feeling this in your low back, pull the ribs in a little bit. Look back at your toes. I'm going to go 2 more. And then bringing the toes back onto the earth, we'll bend the knees, hover them back over the mat. bring your shoulders over your wrist. Gently release your knees to the floor. We're gonna come up onto our knees. Right foot's gonna come forward. We're gonna bring our hands onto our hips. Tuck the tailbone down, root down into the right foot, dragging it back as the left hip's kind of coming forward. Right, or both hands on the hip. Keep the right hand there, take your left arm alongside your ear, and then reach it over to the right. Take this left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Use that to twist you a little bit to the right. Pull the low belly in, and then take your right hand down towards the floor. Turn the palm forward, and then extend that right arm back behind you so the palm faces out towards the tree walk. Whoosh. Nice. We wobbling all over the place over here, bro. Take your left arm forward and reach a little bit more with your left arm. Now look back at your right hand. Woo! Shaky. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Turn your chest back towards the front. I want you to lean a little bit forward. Push into your right leg. Now, if you want, you can put your hands on your leg or keep them here. We're going to lift the left knee up.
You are?
If you want, you can put your hand on the thigh and do it. Nice, Robin. Yes. That's tough. That's tough shit right there. Bring your hands to your hips. Left heel will go down. Left heel will turn out. Right knee will stay bent for warrior two. There we go. Bring the arms up into a T. Look over your right middle finger. Reaching out, zipping them high-waisted shorts up. We'll bring our right arm onto the inside or onto the thigh. Palm will face up. Left arm's going to sweep up alongside our ear. Palm face the floor. Left hand's going to come down to the ground. We're going to spin onto the left toes. Right hand's going to come onto the thigh. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, twist your torso to the right and extend your arm up towards the ceiling. Option to bring that left knee down. Right hand's going to come to the floor. Keep the left heel lifted. Begin to straighten the right leg. Woofda. Now hop your left foot in about halfway. Bend your right knee. Walk your hands in front of your right foot. So you've got this upside down triangle. Lean into that right leg. Really feel that glute on fire. Lift that left leg up behind you. Woo. Again, if you need your blocks, now is the time to have them underneath your hands. We're going to play a little bit with this, okay? So flex your left foot. Take your left foot and tap the outside of your right, or the right side of your mat. Little tap. Lift it back up. Little tap to the right. Lift it up. Tap to the right. Lift. Tap. Lift. Now tap to the left. Lift. Tap to the left. Lift. One more. Tap to the left. Lift. Left foot's going to go back to the mat. Plant the hands. Right foot goes back to meet it. Up and back, downward dog. Whew. Push into the hands. Hold a little belly in, a little tuck of the tailbone. Rooting down into your feet. Go ahead and take both knees down to the ground. Whew. Left foot's going to come forward this time. Coda's going to build a little heat. Oof stuff. All right. Tailbone tucked under, knee is underneath the hip, left leg's in a 90-degree angle. So we first things first, kind of scissor the hips. So left foot's kind of dragging back, right hip's dragging forward. Left hand's going to be on the hip, right arm's going to reach up, and then over to the left. Yeah. Now we're going to take this right hand on the outside of your left knee. Take the left hand down. Use that leg to kind of a little bit more. Extend your left arm back behind you. Palm open towards the front leg. Boom, boom. Yep, filling in the legs. Reach back with your left hand a little bit more. Reach the right arm forward. Reach over to the left side of your mat with your right hand. Boost that. Bring the hands to prayer. Twist back to the front of your mat. Right toe curls under. We'll lift the right knee up off the floor. Now, if that seems impossible, bring the hands onto the thigh. Kind of give yourself a little, or Hands come down, lift the leg, and then we're here. We're gonna set it for warrior 2. Right heel will go down, toe will turn out. We'll open up the arms. Left knee is gonna stay bent, and the leg's gonna be going out. There we go. Now it's your choice as far as how big you want your warrior 2. We'll take the left forearm onto the left thigh. Right arm's gonna sweep up alongside the ear, palm face the floor. Reach with your right arm. Right hand goes to the floor. Whoop, spin onto your right toes. And then we'll exhale, twist open to the left for a twist. Palm's gonna face towards the front. Left hand comes down. We're gonna begin to straighten that left leg. Stay up on the back toes. This is a lot. We're gonna hop that right foot in about halfway, bend your left knee, take your hands in front of your left leg. Make that reverse triangle. If you need your blocks to get you a little more sturdy, feel free. Maybe just hover the foot off the mat a little bit and hold here. Maybe extend it up into the air. There you go, flex the foot. And we're gonna take that right leg, we're gonna tap to the left. Whoop. Bring it up. Tap, up. Tapper, up. Tap, up. One more tap to the left. We're going to tap to the right. Tap to the right. Choop. Tap to the right. Try to get 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock over here. Boop. One more. Extend the leg up. Go ahead and step it to the back of the mat. Oof, the hands come down. Left foot comes back. Both knees go down. Step back, child. Or downward dog. Couple breaths here. More. You're in child's pose, come up into downward dog. And work with a little bit of shifting. So we're going to shift our weight forward and come into plank. So shoulders over the wrist. Part the feet away a little bit. Okay, so you've got this nice 4-point contact. Bring the knees down, untuck the toes. Now, pull the chin in, right? Don't let the head drop. Elbows are going to bend back. Keep the neck long, keep the chest up, keep the chest up all the way down to the ground. Nice. There you go. Untuck the toes, tap them out. Tap, tap, tap. And then we're going to bring the forearms forward. Hands on the ground. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. There we go. Kind of lift the heart a little bit forward, pull back with the chin. And then I want you to bend your left foot, flex the foot, point the toe, keep it pointed, keep it pulled in. Lift up a little bit more. Take your right hand, cross it over towards your left forearm. Nice. And really stay pushing down into that right forearm. Don't let yourself sink off to the side. And if you do, bring yourself back. Left arm's gonna reach forward like you're gonna shake somebody's hand. We'll turn the palm out, reach back, try to grab the pinky toe side of that foot. There we go. And once you've got it, still pushing into your right hand, maybe stay upright, or take this left shoulder down to the floor. There you go. Maybe come all the way down and give yourself a little pull up. There you go. From here, we're going to come up onto this right forearm again. I want you to begin to kick your foot into your hand. Bring your right hand forward and come into what's called half bow pose. Want to keep your knee in line with yourself. Hold here. And then we'll very gently lower ourselves down. Extend that arm, or extend that leg. Shake them out a little bit. And then we'll go to the other side. So we'll come up onto our forearms. This is called Sphinx pose. Left hand's gonna come over to the right side. We're gonna bend our right knee, point the toe, take the right hand forward, and then turn the palm out, reach back, grab for that toe. Yeah. And then you stay upright, or you can start to take that right shoulder down. The idea is to bring that foot closer to your bum, maybe even the outside of it. I'm sure you guys have done this stretch standing. I don't really know what it's called. Quad stretch, I guess. So holding on to the foot, go ahead, come back up onto that left forearm. Begin to kick your foot into your hand, lifting your chest. And then maybe taking that left hand, pushing yourself up a little bit more. And then very gently lower yourself down. Bring the hands onto the floor, curl the toes. We'll lift up onto hands and knees. Walk the hands towards the knees. And then if you've got something for your knees, go ahead and grab it. We're going to be on them for just a smidgen. And grab your blocks. We're going to come up onto our knees. We're going to start to work with a pose called camel pose. Now, if you have any known back issues, like you've had back surgery, anything in the upper neck region, keep the head upright. Don't let it drop back. Okay? Promise you it's not going to hurt anything. So toes are curled under to start. I'm popping these blocks here. And if you wanted to, you can even have them on the outside of your ankles. I just like to have them in the middle so that they don't go flopping in the damn place. So first things first. Huh? What? There you go. Wait, was it Tuesday's class or was it Thursday's that I had you guys? Yeah, where I had you guys sit on the blocks for a moment and tell me how you felt. Yeah. All right. So toes are tucked under. Yeah, right. Bring the hands onto the hips. Pull all this in together because even though it's a back bend, you still want to keep your core active as much as you can. And we're going to lift this right arm up alongside your ear. And then turn it out slightly. So the thumb's pointing out. Actually, you know what? No. Turn the thumb backwards. And then I want you to reach that arm up and back. Try to keep the chest lifted. So think of somebody pulling a string of yarn up towards the ceiling. You're going to lean back, bring that hand out and around, and maybe see if you can't find a block. Or maybe your heel. And then just kind of hold here for a second. And we'll come back up. Right arm's going to come up alongside your ear, come back down. We're going to go to the other side. So right hand, I just like to keep it on the front of my hip so I don't forward. So this left arm's going to come up alongside your ear. We're going to reach up, up, up. Look up maybe. Turn the hand out. Reach the hand back, back, back. Keep the chest lifting up. Maybe grab that block, maybe grab the heel. Nice. And we'll reach that back arm back up and over. Just hang out here for a second. So a lot of people think in back bends, like if you go back, then you should go forward like immediately. And that's not the case, because if you think of like a paper clip, you go back and forth so much, yeah, it'll break. So my idea is just to come back to a neutral position. That's where you should be anyway when you're resting. So we're going to try both hands. Does that feel okay for everybody? Now, if it didn't, you're welcome to just place your hands on your low back, kind of roll the shoulders back, and then just kind of lift up and look up. You don't have to go all the way back. And if you would like to go all the way back, that's where we're going with this. So right arm's going to reach up and over, turning the hand out, bringing it down on either a block or the heel. Now you kind of lean back a little bit, lift the chest. Left arm's going to do the same thing, up, back, and around. Maybe grab to the other. Keep the chin tucked in. If it feels okay, if you don't have any compression in your low back and you feel really stable, you can look up, maybe let the head up. Otherwise, just keep looking forward. Keep the chest lifting up. Yeah. If you want an added bonus, you can untuck your toes. Nice, guys. Very nice. Now you're going to go one arm at a time. So left arm will reach up and around. Right arm will reach up and around. Untuck the toes and just kind of sit back. You can move the blocks to the side for a second. Yeah, just sit on the blocks. Perfect. How'd that feel for everybody? Did it feel okay? A little crummy sometimes? Okay. Was it in the back or was it in the shoulders?
Like I do it this way, like trying to go this way, and I could feel it, but I
Mhm.
couldn't actually go, and I was always crooked. I was always
The
going to
other
right.
cheat you can do, now this next time when we do it, start with the other hand, you know, the one that you didn't get all the way, and then go into the other one. Now the other thing you can do is, let me try this. But when you do that, you kind of lose a lot of the lifting up and out. You kind of just kind of like, I don't know if you notice, the energy just kind of goes back versus like, all right. So we're gonna try it one more time. Block in whatever position you like. Pulling everything in nice and tight. You take the right arm up and around, or whatever arm you started with last time. Do the opposite. And left arm will reach up. Maybe grab the heels. You feel pretty comfortable with the block. Just lifted.
Yeah, that's, I can't.
You do the other foot? Yeah. Curl your toes under. You can. All the way up and around.
Literally, it's a hand system. Go ahead and undo it.
Go ahead and come back and just sit back for a moment. Set your blocks off to the side. Set your knee life off to the side. Nice. And go ahead and come forward onto hands and knees. We're going to lower ourselves down. Bring your hands underneath your forehead. Rest here for a moment. We're going to come up onto our forearms to bend your left leg, bend your right leg. And it's a lot similar down below as it is up top. So if you've got like one side that it was easier to reach back with than the other, save that one for last. Try the other side first. So we're going to reach your left arm just back behind us, grab the pinky toe. And then this is where the little tricky part comes in. So I kind of lean to one side and try to grab my foot that way. This is maybe not very yoga of me, but whatever. So first things first, check in with yourself before you kick your feet into your hands. So pull the ribs in a little bit and flex your toes. So make sure your legs are active here. And then notice how your shoulders feel. The shoulder blades should be coming together. And then very gently begin to kick your feet into your hands, lifting your heart. Keep the knees pulled in, going backwards, lifting up. When you're ready, begin to slowly come down, 1 foot at a time. Gently release. Whew. Take a moment here. How'd that feel for everybody? A little different?
Much better.
Did you get both feet?
Oh, yeah, easy.
So we're gonna do that one more time.
Now, if grabbing the feet was difficult, there is a way to do it with the strap. It's a little trickier. So, I don't even know. To be quite honest with you, not even entirely sure. I took a backbending workshop one time, and this is one of the things that they did. Oh no. All right. And you can do it that way. But I would definitely help you to get into that. So if you would rather just go ahead and clasp the feet, go ahead and bend both legs. Reach back, grab one toe, grab the other toe, bring the knees towards one another, and then when you're ready, lifting yourself up. Nice, look at that. Glutes on, pushing into our feet, feet into the hands. Nice and easy. Come on down.
There are no knees. Go ahead and come up onto your hands, and then come onto your hands and knees and sit back for a moment. So we are going to do bridge when we come down to the floor, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit while we're face up versus when y'all are laying down. So a couple of things with bridge. A lot of people in yoga think that you need to relax your glutes for back bends, and it's nonsense. I don't know how you can relax, you know, one of the biggest muscles in your body when you're doing something so big like backbending. Like, ridiculous. So, same things apply as before. You're pushing into your feet. You're not letting your knees do one of these things, right? Okay, so we're not, you know, it's not one of the like sexy dance classes, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want to be really active. So you're gonna lift up, and you want to keep all this engaged, and then start to kind of shimmy the shoulders under. Now you can grab the edges of your mat. You can maybe try to reach towards your feet. That's a little bit more difficult in this pose. You can play around with lifting a leg up. Or if you're feeling a little softy tonight, once you're in a bridge, you can bring your hands here and pop up into a back bend. Now, I wanted to say that that's a lot on the shoulders, so if you're feeling a little like tank, then don't even sweat that. But just work with bridge. So go ahead and flip on over on your back. Have your strap nearby. We're going to use that bridge at the end of class. So, first things first, set yourselves up. So you want your feet underneath your knees, toes point out towards me. Nice. And you can adjust your feet once you pop up. So pushing into your feet, pull the little belly in, lift the hips up, just like we did at the beginning of class. Those little hip lifts, right? Awesome. Lift up. Nice. Now from here, if you want to, you can start to puff the chest up towards the ceiling. You kind of roll the shoulders under you a little bit more. Maybe take your hands underneath you and clasp your hands, or clasp your feet. Now you can clasp your hands underneath you, you can push into your hands and lift the hips up. Nice. We're going to do like Team is doing and hold your feet. Robin, bring your feet a little closer to me. There we go. You can lift this a little higher. Nice. Brad, bring your feet in. Hold it for 2 more breaths. If you want to play with lifting legs there, you can. And next, you need to go ahead and come on down. Yeah. We're going to do that 2 more times. Now, next time will be bridge. The last option, and give you the option to try wheel. Dhanurasana. Dhanurasana, huh? All right. So same thing as before. Lift the hips first. Feel that engagement, and then when you're ready, start to puff the heart up. Kind of bring the shoulders towards one another. Maybe interlace your hands. Maybe try to reach towards your ankles. The rack actually, if you bring your feet up, there you go. Bingo. Nice. And then even if you wanted to, you could try to grab one foot and lift the other one into the air. I have seen that done before. It's pretty.
Give me a challenge, Tyler.
Yep. If you got your feet up, you can bring them down. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lower yourself. Lean the elbows out a little bit. Just bring the knees together. Now, if you're very familiar with back bends, and you're welcome to pop into one, if you would like to try it, want a little help, it's an assist that I can do. So
Otherwise, does anyone want to try it? Yes. Yes, your hands are going to go that way. Your hands are going to be what lifts you up off the ground. So if you want to try it, go ahead and lift the hips. Sounds good, buddy. Here. Yeah. Yeah, the hair will definitely get in the way for that one. I got you, Robin. Okay, lift the hips, try to lift up onto the arm. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a lot of arm strength, okay? Yes! How long has it been for you? That's awesome. She's like, I don't even heard that. A little closed in, thank you, please. We're reserved.
Thank you.
Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And then since we're having some fun tonight, I'll give you another pose. This pose I don't really teach that often because for most people it's a lot on your spine. So I do want to just start off with that. It's a lot like headstands, kind of like practice at your own risk kind of situation. And it's very difficult for me to teach this pose once I'm actually in it. So the pose is called shoulder stand or plow pose. And the idea is you are right on this area of your body, and you're almost in a forward fold with your legs into the air. So I'm going to go ahead and come into it. So you would lift the legs. I like to do a little up and over. Bring the hands underneath your low back with the elbows together, and then you lift the legs into the air.
The dishes are in the way.
Can't breathe. But yeah, the idea, okay, I'll use Betsy. There we go. The idea is to bring the elbows in. I'm going to come over, I'm going to grab your feet. I'm going to lift you up and bring the elbows in a little bit more. There we go. Push your feet together, lift up through your toes. Hold. There we go. Now if she wants, she can take her feet behind her. Yep, all the way down to the ground, and that is plow pose. If she bends her knees and brings them on the outsides of her ears, that's rabbit pose. What is that, a rabbit? And then very gently, kind of roll yourself down. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. So if that is something you would like to try, I have to get a decent amount of momentum. There you go, Robin. Yeah. Yes. There you go, Christina. Yes. Yes. Try to lift one leg up, Robin. Ooh, there you go. Ooh. Use your hands to support you. So spread them fingers a little bit. You need some support there with your hands. There you go. Nice, guys. Good job, guys. Go ahead and grab El Strapo. Time to bring him into the party. Oh, crikey. Rack, you were born in 19?
Yeah, exactly. I don't age.
You don't, honestly. All right. Bring your right knee to your chest. Okay, the strap around the ball of the right foot. And go ahead and extend that foot up towards the ceiling. Hold on to the strap with your right hand. Hold on to it so tight where your arm is straight, but your shoulder is on the mat. Okay, and make sure that the foot's in line with your hip. You don't have to drop down. Yep, perfect. And then the other thing I want you to be mindful of is the way that your foot is. So we all kind of naturally go in or out on the ankle. And you can always notice it in this pose specifically because you'll either have the inside of your foot pulled in a little bit. You almost need to like push into your big toe mound more. There we go. Most people you have like a slight inner kind of collapse. So holding onto that, what is this called? Strap, your right hand, open it out to the right. Maybe extend that bottom leg. You can add a little bit to it. Flex that foot like you're standing on it. Does anyone know the name of this pose? Anyone want to guess? The long name. Supta Hasta Padangusthasana. Recline, hand to big toe pose. You gotta love the yogis. They're like, what are we gonna call this? Hand to big toe pose. Better bring the foot back to center. Switch hands with the strap. Take it over to the left. Right arm goes out to the side. Now, if you want, you can lift the head and look over your shoulder and kind of add a little bit. Think of your body like saran wrap. You stretch one side, you'll stretch the other side. Come back to center. Option to walk the hand up the strap towards your toe. Maybe touch your toe, maybe send it a postcard. Go ahead and bend that knee, undo your strap, send it out nice and long. Array your 2 inches taller. Bring your left knee into your chest. Strap around the ball of the left foot. Send it up towards the ceiling. Notice how the ankle rolls. Holding onto the strap as strong and straight as you can, then pin it up out to the layup. Right arm goes out to the side. Bottom leg is active. Bring that bad boy back up. Hands with the scrappo. Take it over to the other side. Left arm will extend out. Maybe a little over the shoulder, maybe not. Go ahead and come back to center. Option to walk the hand up the strap. And bend the knee, come on down. We begin to set ourselves up for our Shavasana. So if anybody wants a bolster, let me know. Christina, if you don't want to hold, you're welcome to one. So your Shavasana does not have to be on your back. It can be on your side, it can be on your belly. You can come to a seated position. You can do like what Rat does. She puts blocks underneath her knees so she can be in body confidence. If not, if you didn't have the blocks there, like Laura. Whatever you would like to do. Your low back's giving you a little jazz. The bolster underneath the knees will help with that. Also laying on your side helps. Get into a more comfortable position. Couple of deep breaths into yourself.
Let go of right or wrong. If we get deeper and deeper.
Take time for yourself. Give this time just to be. Anything else going on in your life right now? Be. Give yourself this time to refill your cup. Allow practice.
Okeechobee became part of
Begin to deepen your breath. Awareness into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a few moments. Just bringing awareness back into your body. Breath back in. More. Roll to either side. You're rolling on the one side for Shavasana. Just roll to the other side. Just get a little flip flop. You know how I like to do both sides. Take a couple breaths here. When you're ready, you can come up to a nice comfortable seat. Sit nice and tall. So your hands in your lap, palms face up. Pulling the chin in slightly. Back of the neck long. Noticing any differences from the beginning and the end of your practice. If there are no differences, that's totally cool. Some days are just days. The right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. I want you to breathe to yourself. And as you breathe here, I want you to accept that not every day is going to be a good day, and that's okay. Because even on bad days, we can still learn something, we can still apply, maybe our growth, maybe we can go back a little bit into our old thought patterns, just for a moment. And then tomorrow will be a new day. And if it's another bad day, well, we're just going to learn all kinds of shit. But either way, it's okay. We're okay. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Bow your chin to your chest. Give yourself a thank you for carving out this time for yourself and for your practice. The divine light in me honors, vows, and recognizes the divine light in you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thanks for playing around. I will say, if you're not used to backbending like that, you might be a little sore tomorrow. So, your back has muscles in it, and if you don't use those muscles a whole lot, you know, you're gonna be a little sore. So, I would suggest doing some twisty twists. You know, like what we do when we're twisted and you turn to one side and lean. That helps. I do not believe anybody popped on. Nope. Okay, cool. So we will end that.